Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Made in Abyss Season 2 episode number 7 reaction. Okay, the previous episode we got to see that Nanachi is in kind of like a very trance state, she's kind of coming and going, that type of a state she's in. So she kind of woke up for a moment and she was like, Rico, don't do this, let me be here, you go on your journey. And Majikaja took Rico out because, just so that she cannot give up her body parts and things like that. And we kind of got involved after that in the luring, where creatures from outside the village come in and we try to defeat it to gain more value for the village. And we actually meet another one of the sages. I forgot his name. He's like a big person, like brings out the thing from like a club from inside of him. And they have a fight. Unfortunately he loses, and we get to see how the marketplace will probably be destroyed. But Rico's like, all right, I need to save everyone. And she actually gave up a bit of her hair to give Majikaja like a power boost, his body become more stronger. And along with Majikaja, they laid a trap. It lured the thing into like a section where they ignited some gas, and was able to, since it was light, they were able to capture it using a net. And even though after that we thought that everything is over, but that thing was still alive, and it was almost going to get Rico, but Ma came in and saved Rico, and Ma himself was going to get sacrificed for that. But seeing that Rico blew Prushka, she got Prushka back after that. I forgot to mention that. And we got to see that Reg has a new power, like Prushka's a new what do you call it, power is like, as Bondred said, like a whistle, a white whistle, or your worth. They are able to bring out the intrinsic power of relics. And Reg got like a power boost, and he was able to take care of all the of the monster thing. And yeah, everything was fine. And after that, later on we get to get more introduced to Vueko, and she starts her story. And there's another thing we got to know is Reg is probably a person from this golden city. And not only that, we get hints of that little girl that we saw before. And how, like a little egg kind of thing. So let's see. I'm sure I'll get my answers to a lot of questions here, because they're going to start like a flashback section, I think. So let's begin. This is episode number 7. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, this is when that thing got captured by the, or eaten by the. Oh, these are those things. Whoa. What are those called? I forgot them. Interference unit. There you go. Collect data. Come to find her. Yeah. Here we go. Golden City of the Scorching Sun. Yeah. The white whistle. There you go. I knew it. They had a white whistle. That was a white whistle. Hollow near the. Ah. Probably someone's. Oh my god. Yeah. It came back. Yep. So there you go. That is a white vessel. Oh. Yeah, it went up. Yeah, they cannot go up, you know. Yeah. First citizens. So all these people became hollows little by little. Oh boy. Cradle of Desire. They need food and water. Oh. Oh yeah, they can easily go up. Exactly. That's the problem. Yeah, you understand. Ah. Irumui. Hmm. Hmm. Was there even people here? Patterns on the. Oh. Oh really? Okay. Oh, interesting. Book of Sacrifice. What? Oh, what? Wait, when did this thing get in? Oh no, what? Looks like a rabbit. Oh yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah, they have to think about food and everything as well. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. We cannot go there currently. Fallen iron tar in it. Ah. Oh. Then only one. Okay. Ah. Yeah, we have to go there and oh boy, we'll have to taste it. Who, who will be the guinea pig here? Like, I feel like if oh my god, this is another problem. Yeah. Oh wait, they're going as like an expedition team, I'm guessing. Oh, it's from the. Okay, I feel like it's okay then. Like, it's from the water from the. Yeah, it's not stagnant water. Yeah, it's not stagnant water. Then that's fine. It's flowing water. I'm guessing. It looks okay. Okay, nice. Damn. But what's happening to her? She's sick or something. Yeah, she's sick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. No. Oh. Oh. That's one born of giant pit. Oh boy. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Damn, some huge. Oh my god, that's big. Going to last for days. Oh. Hey! Oh my god. Wait, why did you bring him there? Oh, I guess they were ambushed or something. But why is Belaf? Oh my god. Like the thing about Belaf is that he's too rational, I feel like that will be a problem, I feel like, in the future. What? Wait, what happened to her? Is she sick? Oh, dehydration. What? The food? The food. Oh my god, the food. Ah, this is why. But what about Vueko? Ah, what about Vueko? Like everyone ate the same thing. Shouldn't everyone have it? Or maybe they ate something else. No, but Irmiri was with Vueko all the time. Why would she get it? Oh my god, what is happening? What? Oh, they're turning into hollows or something. Oh my god. It's turning. Oh lord. Yeah, the water. Oh. Corpse of a life. Oh no. Ah. Oh, but they were boiling it. I guess it didn't take out. Prophet touched by the devil. Relic. Oh, this thing. This thing we saw in the previous episode. Damn. Yeah. No, but why are few of them not nothing happening to a few of them? Like everyone drank the same water. Pseudo water. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Like diarrhea doesn't do that. Ah. Cradle of desire. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. Even. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh. Oh no, her hand. Oh no, it's oh my god. I guess we have to use oh, we have to use it. No choice. Oh my god, he's also ill. Okay, so okay, so it's like everyone's gonna get it sooner or later. It's just matter of time. Oh great, here we go. Ah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like they talked about how Wazukan gets the feeling of what's going to happen, and then in the first episode, he knows. Is she okay? Is this a dream? Oh, this is not a dream, or is it? At least it stopped, but And she's not in pain. Yeah. So is everyone okay now? Oh no. Did she ask like make the pain stop or something? Was that like the wish she asked for or something? I feel like a child would actually ask something like that if they're in too much pain. Oh. Oh no. What wish did he ask for? I feel like she asked for the pain to stop. Yeah, that's what she asked for. Like she's a child. That's what she would ask when she's in a lot of pain. Yeah, probably. That's why she's not hurting, but it's still like changing her body. Oh no. Oh. Wait, what? She asked. Oh no, I realized what she asked for. Is that really what she asked? Oh my god, what is happening? Yeah. No, stop. Oh my god, this is going to keep continuing. No, no, oh my god. Okay, this is messed up. Oh my god, what is. Oh, she's also fallen sick. Oh. Oh, fat. It's food. Oh no, what's he feeding her? Oh no, what's he feeding her? Oh god. Alright, I'm. What did he feed her? Oh god. No, it's not. What did you feed her? Oh, either she fed her, either he fed her Irimi herself or her kids. I don't know which one it is, and both are messed up. I feel like he probably fed her the kids, the kids that are dying every day. And the reason is because in the previous episode, I remember, I think Vic was saying something like, oh, maybe you'll be saved after this, Irmu, or something like that. She said. So that means Irmu is still alive, some way or the other. She's still alive somewhere. Or I don't know. So the chances of him feeding everyone, yeah, it's probably the kids, not Irmi herself. What was this episode? What in the hell was that? Like, I feel like this was so messed up in a different way. Like, usually, in the whole movie and everything, the Bondred situation and all, it's very sick, and at the same time it's very like, like, okay, that's it. Like, it's a very sick feeling whenever you, like, those type of scenes that you see, the whole gory sections and everything, and it's like a different type of feeling. This one, however, it actually hits you in the feelings, like, the sickness and the darkness of the whole situation. Like, I think in season one and the movie, both you got hit visually by it, visually, and also some, like, like something more after reading the, like, like getting to know the story in a more conceptual way, and also visually you got, like, hit by everything. Here, however, you didn't get anything hit by anything, like, visually, but the fact that, like, the thought of what was actually happening and then transpiring in itself was so sick and dark at the same time. And yeah, this is a different type of like uncomfortable feeling. Oh god. Wow, that was okay. We begin this episode with them reaching the Golden City, and this is a flashback that's happening. Vueko's, like, telling the story to Rico and everyone. Now I knew it, like when in season episode 1 or 2, when I saw that little thing with the white whistle in the hand, I was like, oh, is that a hollow? And is that like a white whistle it's holding? There you go, I was correct. Because as you remember, Bondred himself said that you need a white whistle to go more down. So without a white whistle, you cannot go further downwards. And yeah, that was a white whistle. And it was probably like the hollow that was kind of cradling it was probably, I'm guessing, like a normal human or something, or some kind of a creature it was, and it got hit by the curse. And I'm guessing there was probably 1 or 2 person with him, this hollow, and one of them became the white whistle, probably because it wanted to become, like, because we do know, like, how Prushka became a white whistle is when she herself voluntarily wanted to become someone who protects Rico and help her on her adventure. That's why she was able to become a white whistle. You need to voluntarily sacrifice yourself, become a white whistle. So the white whistle that this hollow was probably holding was, I'm guessing, it was probably someone who wanted to protect, the other person. That's why it became a white whistle. Unfortunately, it didn't work, or something happened, I guess, and the other person also became into a hollow, and it's still cradling the, white whistle. Sad. Wonder what happened, like the whole thing. But anyways, it's a sad scene. because we do know what, like, for them, they don't know what's happening, you know. They suddenly saw like a little creature cradling a little white whistle, and everyone was like, oh, I wonder what this is, and brought it and put it on there, and the thing, the elevator started moving down, and they was like, oh, so this works. And that's what they did. They don't know what's happening, they don't know like everything, like, you know, all that transpired for this to happen. We as audiences know, and so it's even more sadder, you know, for us, because we do know what probably could have transpired for that to happen. Now, at first, like, you know, they came down, and those interference units, they were like, you know, talking about like a lot of different things, and now they needed to test whether this hollow with the white whistle could be brought back on top and back down again. That is, can they leave from this? They came down, that they were like experimenting on whether they could leave. So they put the hollow there and the white whistle there as well, and it went up, came down, and we saw that wait a minute, you know what, yeah, like, you know, like they become more transfigured, like in a more different, in a more bad way. They changed more, and then they realized, like, yeah, they cannot go back, because if they go back, they're going to become like that, and the curse is going to hit. So yeah, this is like a one-way thing. They cannot go back. So yeah, like realizing it, like seeing it like this, we are even, like, you know, we realize it even more, like, yeah, even Rico and Reg, they won't be able to go back unless and until something else happens, some kind of a, we find out a different way to travel on top, which I don't know, maybe we are going to see in the future, who knows. But yeah, for now there's no other way, we cannot go back, basically. So there you go. Now after that, you know, the interference units, they start talking with them, like, you know, asking them what is going on here and everything. They talk about how they want to learn from them, because they're interference units, and their main thing is like gathering information and all that. So Vasu can, like, you know, gives everyone, like, you know, like some hope. He's like, we are the ones who have come here, you know, we are the only ones who can do, like, bring some civilization here. Let us do that, and let us start completely new in this place. And yeah, everyone got a hope, but as Vyoko says, like, little did we know that this place is even more crueler than the place we came from. And we see everyone, like, you know, doing their job, like, you know, everyone like cutting wood, doing things, like, you know, like doing other like, you know, kind of stuff, and like, you know, finding ways to make it more like, you know, like livable, that place. And here we get to see Irumyuui. She is able to read, you know, the different, the language and the symbols. And like, you know, like, you know, I was kind of getting some I don't know, some kind of a, I don't know, some red flags in the way Belaf was talking with Irumyuui. I was like, my god, I could, like, he seems a lot logical. Like, you know, this is like, you know, this is one of the problems with people who are too logical. Like, you know, they lack in the emotional aspect so much that they try to do everything through logic. That's scary in a way. And the way he was kind of like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, this is happening, so we should do this and that. Like, and I was getting a little bit of weird feelings from him. I was actually thinking like, oh my god, maybe he, like, you know, he'll, some way down the line, he'll do something which, like, you know, where we're going to see that he completely lacks any type of emotion or something like that. But thankfully nothing like that happened. Like, it was like a like, you know, a false, like, you know, what can I say, a false I wouldn't say false, but I still have that feeling of on him. Like, I feel like he's too rational about a lot of things. He doesn't think emotionally, he thinks rationally about stuff, which is, I guess, good in certain section times, but most of the time it's kind of bad if you don't, like, you know, you need a mixture of both rationality and emotional, like, you know, like thinking. You both need both of it in little bits, and, like, you know, in little amounts. But anyways, enough about Belaf. But yeah, thankfully nothing like that happened, you know, like usually what, like, you know, this kind of goes down in a wrong direction usually when people think too much rationally. Nothing like that happened, but we had a different problem here that's completely different from that. But anyways, Belaf was like, "Oh, Yirmiyu, you can read this," and he's like, "Oh, like this is going to help us out a lot." Um, Virgo was like, "This kid is called Yirmiyu." She told me that's her name. And Belaf is like, "Oh, please gather those who can read and write. Get the interference unit as well. Yirmiyu, we're counting on you." Like, like all that stuff he kind of says, and yeah. Now, oh my god, like this is so messed up, like after that what happens is they actually give us a little background on of in a movie, and they kind of make us give us the scene where we see these two bond together, like Vueko and Ilmui, like how both of them knows they won't be able to get any children in the future, and like Vueko, however, was able to get Ilmui, and she kind of thinks of her as a child, and she also thinks of her as a mom, that thing. They did this just to mess with us in the later part of this episode, like they give us this emotional section just so that they can mess with that. And I'm like, wow, yeah, like animes do that, I know, but for this show I feel like it's a lot more brutal because the intensity of whatever happens in this show is way above than a lot of other animes that we see. In a lot of other animes, stuff like this happens, but the intensity of what comes afterwards is a lot lesser. Here, however, like they like kill you emotionally, and just like we saw what happened in the end, and that was wow. And yeah, and this scene was basically because of that. They gave us this scene to make us a little bit more sympathetic and attached to the two characters, just so that they could whatever happened to that hits us like a truck. So yeah, okay, so this section, Ilmimi talks about how everyone has a patterns in their body, and what in the, oh god, I feel like this. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of a noise. Like, anyways. Ugh. Oh god, I'm getting freaked out now. All right, and yeah, what I was saying. So, yeah, they're talking about the patterns in the bodies, and how the village's legends say that when of age in my village, we put patterned ink on body, and like she says how after getting to know how she won't be able to have kids, they put like a mark on her, I think. Oh, and also another thing, they imitate the residents of the Golden City, which kind of proves that the people actually lived here, and yeah, something like that. But Yumi's body cannot bear a child, and ink of sacrifice was put on. Now she kind of okay, is it this part where she talks about her brothers? Wait a minute, where is that? Oh no, a little bit later. Okay, after that, we meet a little creature who has somehow snuck in, and kind of looks like a little rabbit. I don't know what it was, but looks like that. And everyone's very curious, obviously, like a living creature. And Vyako gets reminded of the little fox that she had, that obviously that guy, and Irmi is very happy with the little creature, and Vyako probably felt a little bit afraid because she remembers getting attached to something is usually not a wise idea, especially in a cruel place like this, in a place which forgives no one, and everyone's like like affected in some way or the other. Actually getting attached to someone or something is just, yeah, it's not a good idea, because sooner or later something might happen. So Ilmiu gets reminded of that. I'm guessing that was why she actually, when she saw Ilmiu so much like attached to the little thing, Vueko just just hugged her, because she didn't want her to feel the same pain that she felt when she lost the little pet she had after she got attached to it. But anyways, after that she was like, it'll be fine, like no problem. And everyone was like, oh, is it okay to keep this thing, because we don't even know what this thing is, and who knows if it's something dangerous, or not only that, maybe like like because this thing is with us, maybe some huge creatures will get lured in here or something, and or maybe something else would happen. And not also another thing, like I was going to say the food, like, like we'll also have to feed it. But how much can that little thing like that eat? I guess I don't think food was a problem here. But either other than that, like a lot of people were like, "Oh, is it okay to, like, And Furuka was like, it's fine, like, it's okay, like, let us keep it." And Bilaf was like, "Oh, like, yeah, yeah, obviously this is like a little creature that has been here. It's a living creature. We should keep an eye on it and all that." And Furuka was like, "Yeah, yeah, because of that, yeah, like let's keep an eye on it." And that's how they were able to get the little pet for them. Okay, now after that, okay, now after that we have to think about, like, food and water. And Belaf actually asked the interference units to go and go, like, scout for water. But the interference units, the problem with them is that they don't get hit by a curse. So obviously they're going to take a route where the curse is still there. They wouldn't understand what's happening, and they would take a route which is shortest over there. For them, that's kind of impossible because they cannot go to where the curse is. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of them actually finding out a water source. But at least they were able to find um, 3 or 4 of them, out of which a few of them were completely useless. One of them had like a rusted tower in it, and another one had like a few other different things in it. One was in a very dangerous place, but the final one was in a cave where, like a few people go and scout it out. Like Virka was also there. They go in, and I was like, oh, like this is like flowing water. It's fine. I was like saying so many things. Yeah, turns out no, especially in, like, in the golden city. I don't think you should base your base your decisions based on your normal knowledge, because yeah, it turns out that was not okay. That was not okay water. Like usually, like in the real world, I think like flowing water is the best source of clean water. If water is stagnant, it breeds a lot of new things and problems, and it's usually not okay to drink that. But waterfall water, like water that is falling, like, kind of dropping down from rocks and stuff, like, kind of pouring down, those are usually good water, fresh water. Obviously you need to kind of boil it and all, take out the germs and stuff, but other than that, those waters are usually not good water. That's why water, I think, like they say, waterfall water is like the cleanest source of water. That is the reason why, because they're continuously like moving, and something like that. But anyways, obviously that doesn't work here. This is something completely different. And like they at first, actually water was very clean, like they were like, okay, this is looks clean and everything. There was no smell, nothing, like they kind of even drunk a little bit. It was transparent completely. And I was like, it's nice. This nice water, like everyone drank it and everyone was like, yeah, it's fine. And like it was so good, like like the water looked so fine that I, even though when they got diarrhea, the first thing that I thought was, oh, maybe the food, because it didn't even strike my mind that maybe the water is like polluted, because the water looked so clean. Like, yeah, so that's why. And I'm pretty sure everyone thought of it like that. Everyone looked at that water, drank it, and they were like, oh, it's fine, like it's transparent, it's clean, it's okay. Oh boy, but turns out there was a lot of other different things inside it. So yeah. But anyways, at that moment they did not know. They'd bring out water, like, and they bring water here and they boil it, However, it still didn't work by the end. And everyone starts drinking it, and they have a source of water now. Now we see them also kind of killing big monsters, and everyone, getting them their meat to get, like, food. And yeah, that's how they were doing, hunting, getting water, and like living their life. Now, okay, Irmiwi, after that we see Irmiwi and Vueko again. Like Irmiwi saying that Vueko smells like her mom because mom mated a lot. And what did she say? Like where is it? Mommy smell, the smell of mating with lots of people. There you go. Oh boy. So yeah, and she says that I think she says like she's the only girl. Yeah, she's the only girl in her family, and her brothers and everyone was very happy. They took care of him a lot, like they kind of spoiled him and everything, and she was very happy. But after they got to know that she cannot bear children, everyone's didn't even look at her. Now this is the thing. I feel like I like like she talks about how she's the only girl child in their family. I think that was probably the reason why everyone was so happy when like everyone took care of her so much and was like very spoiled her a lot and they gave her everything, because she would be the one who would actually continue their generation, their progeny, because she's the only female in their like obviously like the others can like get married and everything, like all that are different things, but as a girl she can do that. After getting to know that she doesn't she wouldn't be able to have a child, yeah, everyone became like that, even the brothers, which is really messed up. But like this is like a show. I feel like that's like I like there's a lot of things that a lot of people that here that do that was like these type of things actually happen, like in what do you call it, in a lot of years ago, and it probably still happens in a lot of different parts of the world which we don't know. And these type of practices and these type of things of shunning other people just because they couldn't have a child and stuff like this, like telling them that, oh, you're cursed, and completely changing the way you treat someone because that person can't have a child. These things, it happened before a long time ago, it still happens now probably in some part of the world. And yeah, like this is just so bad. But like I said, you can't do anything. This is these people, their custom, their things, and these people like that's probably part of who they were. Like we have to understand that these people were actually natives of this place. I doubt they came in contact with the modern world, and they barely knew anything. That's why they had their own culture, they had their own thing, and that's why it's so messed up in a lot of ways, because since they are unable to come in contact with other people, they're like in like a island thing, in that abyss part they were there. That is why even after what can I say, they since they cannot come in contact with the other people, they have these type of practices, and these type of things. That's why they say that contact with the world is very important, just because mixing with other people, coming in contact with everyone, also exchanges ideas and also exchanges a lot of other things. Like like if we we had like a different thought about something, we come in contact with a different group of people, they have a different way of thinking about it, we talk with each other, we mix our ideas, and we find out a better way. That's how everything progresses. And being shut in like in a little part of the world is like, this is the problem that happens. All the people there will have like one way of thinking, and most of the time that's usually wrong. Most of the things are wrong, and they keep going in that direction because they don't have any contact with other people. And even if they come in contact with other people, they keep to themselves because they're afraid of the outside world or a lot of other things. So yeah, that was this. This is a messed up practice, obviously, and these little kids are the ones who are the most affected by it. And there you go. It's like, this is what happens. And she's like, yeah, and I cannot. After that, no one talked with me. No one interacted with me. They shunned me. They said I'm cursed. They told me to go back to the pit where I came from and all that stuff. And she's crying. And Vueko says like, I'm also saying I cannot have a child. And she says like, I might not be able to become your mother, but I can try to And she's like, no, you're the one who I want, Vueko. And she like hugs her and starts crying. Now what the thing is about this situation. We from here we kind of get to know that Irumyuui has this kind of a obsession, not obsession, but like this kind of a wish to have a child. You couldn't say the same thing for Vueko, because I guess Vueko also wanted a child probably, but not at the extent that Irumyuui wanted. Because Irumyuui was actually shunned because she wasn't able to have a child. That's why her wish to have a child is even a lot more than Vueko's probably. And the thing here is, Irumi was kind of able to get like a mother figure here, which is Vueko, but that doesn't complete her wish. Her wish is to get a child, to have a child. She got a mother figure. For Vueko, however, she couldn't have a child, so her wish of having a child in the future kind of came true here, because Vueko is like her child now. So turns out Urimi got a mom, but her wish was having a child. So her wish did not come true, which is actually the reason what happened later on. You know, in the last part of the episode, what her wish was actually because of this. Her wish was never granted. Her wish was to have a child, and that was not granted. So she actually wished upon that, on that little egg. And that's how it escalated in the end. And oh my god. Okay, anyways, after that, we also kind of see Belaf kind of like, you know, kind of looking at all that, like kind of listening to it. And yeah, now after that we see them kind of defeating monsters, like, you know, getting some meat. And unfortunately that little creature that she had, the pet, also died. And yeah, like Vueko probably knew this was going to happen. Like I said, like, you know, in this place, if you get attached to someone or something, like you need to be ready to lose it whenever, because this place is, like, you know, dangerous. And like, you know, that thing died, but then they made like a little tooth thing for her, a necklace. I don't know why, but why was Belaf constantly looking, like, you know, keeping an eye on them? I don't understand this part. That's why I was saying, you know, like, I feel like Belaf has like some kind of different idea about something. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but throughout this whole episode, I like, you know, like, it's so weird that we see him just keeping an eye on them. Like, first time I can kind of understand, he kind of came and like kind of was almost going to intrude on them, so he decided to just stop and like listen to what they were saying, because they were having a moment. I understand that. That's the first time. The next time as well, when we see, like, you know, the creature died, he was still keeping an eye on them. I'm like, why are you keeping an eye on them? What's going on here? Like, I don't. This is why I was saying, like, I had, like, you know, I had some, something is wrong with Belaf, I was thinking, which I wasn't able to. And here, this is the part where I was kind of getting freaked out, because he was keeping an eye on everyone. And I was thinking, oh my god, did Belaf do something? But turns out it was not Belaf, but the water that actually did everyone in. So yeah, that's why I said it was like a false alarm. I thought Belaf was going to do something in this episode, because the way he was acting was so suspicious. But yeah, it was false alarm. Something else happened. Now next, like, you know, later on we see Vueko get up. And oh god, like, Irumi is sick, like, you know, diarrhea, and there's like little eggs and everything in the, like, you know, and Vueko realized what happened. Like, obviously if it's diarrhea, it was because you ingested something bad. And here I was like, okay, is it the food? Because like I said, it didn't even cross my mind that the water could be polluted, because the water looks so clean. And you know, like, Vueko goes out and sees that a lot of people are having the same problem, and like, you know, their hands and toes are kind of changing and hardening, and like something weird was happening to everyone. And now here, one thing I was quite confused. I was like, wait, they are getting diarrhea. Why is Vueko not getting a diarrhea? Why is Wazukan or Belaf not getting? But later on, I realized it's probably because of the immunity of different people. Different people have different immunity. There's a lot of things people, like, from the inside, might not be able to, like, you know, resist if they have lower immunity. So people who probably had lower immunity, they got quickly, like, you know, sick a lot quicker. Irumi is a little child. Obviously, her immunity would be the least. So she was also one of the first ones to get affected by it. And I'm guessing Belaf and all the others, Vueko, they had a lot better, like, you know, immunity and a lot better system inside. So it took a while for them to also get sick, but they also got sick eventually. So okay, now Irumi is, like, you know, kind of suffering, and after that we get to see, like, you know, a few other people who were, like, in the food survey team. Yeah, they came back and they expired soon after, and we can see, like, you know, like some structures in them, like some, like, you know, tree looking structures. Okay, now Belaf says, like, you know, we need to get more samples from the water, And oh god, this part I need to read. So basically, the thing that we thought was rock was actually not a rock. He says, layer upon layer, piled upon top of each other, the corpse of a large creature melted and solidified. We were drinking the stuff that caused that to happen. Like, oh my god, imagine the thing that they thought was a rock was actually not a rock. It was like a corpse of a dead creature which has melted and solidified so much it felt like a rock. Basically, yeah, the water was seeping out from that, and they were drinking that water. Thinking about it is so disgusting. Like, my god. So obviously it will have a lot of things inside it, you know, like those little eggs and everything. Ugh. Those things. Yeah. Now they also realize, like, they cannot stop drinking it because they need water. Like, what else are they going to drink? So, oh god, like, yeah, and they had to keep drinking it still. And Belaf was like, yeah, we need to tell everyone, but we obviously need to keep drinking this because there's nothing else we can do. Now, after that, we get to see Vueko and Vasukian finding out a relic, and it's like, looks like a little golden egg, and they go to the interference unit to ask what this thing actually is. And okay, now after that, we see Vasukian, Belaf, and Vueko, them talking about the water, and like, you know, how, like, you know, the water contained those like egg things and all that, and how since, okay, we no longer have a safe water hole, the only options we're left with are continue allowing the pseudo water to ravage us and turn into stone, or to reject it and die of thirst. There you go. Like, that's what I said. So they cannot do anything. Like, if they continue drinking this, they are going to get diarrhea, and then eventually they're going to get solidified and like into, like, you know, become those type of things. Now after that, we go to the interference unit, and interference unit asks them what the relic is about. And he says, the relic says, like, these are actually like wishes. Round relics are the shape of wishes. From modest ones to strong ones, that one is super strong. Okay, what kind of wish when, yeah, I was also thinking that, like, what wish did they ask for that they became like that? Like, I don't know. Okay, and they said, no, it's not any kind of wish, this is a cradle of desire. Oh, okay, oh, I understand. Oh, to put it in a way of speaking, it is a wish granting egg. Oh, I remember what they said after this. Okay, yeah, that's why they become like that. They say, like, they said, do not touch it directly. If you get swallowed up and your wish dissipates, you become like that. There you go, they explain it. I was like, yeah, okay, makes sense. So adult humans are motley and complex, they're not suited for it. So basically what they're saying is, like, people who are adults, since, like, you know, as we became more and more adult, our simplistic way of thinking about stuff kind of diminishes. A child, the way they think of everything in such a short, simple, and a very innocent way. As we become an adult, we lose that little by little, and our wishes in itself become like a twisted mess of something completely different. We wish for something but think of something else, basically. That's what happens. And because of that, they say, like, you know, like the interference units were saying, like, adult humans should not go close to it because it is so strong that your convoluted wishes are going to mess everything up, and you are going to become a victim of it. So unless and until it's a child, you know, whose wishes are simplistic and, you know, innocent, they like, you know, other people should not ask wishes for this, from this thing, because it is, they are going to become turned out into something like that, because adult people, their wishes, their thoughts are convoluted, and, you know, it's not suited for this. So there you go. Now obviously, like, after that, I like, as soon as, like, you know, the interference unit said that, like, children are able to do it, I knew what was going to happen. I was just like, yeah, like, it's just a matter of time that Irmu is probably going to make a wish of this. And okay, now after that we see Vyoko going to Irmui, and Irmui is even more suffering, like her hand is becoming like that. She's like, foaming from her mouth. She's crying, she's screaming. And seeing that Vyoko could not, wasn't able to see her suffering continue, so she quickly went and asked Wazukyan to, let her ask for the wish. And in fairness, it says that the fear felt by a juvenile is much closer to the origin. The probability is very high. Okay, and Wazukan is like, I grant you permission. And here is the part when it becomes weird. Okay, we have too many worldly thoughts. Let's bet on the kid's wish. He gives it to Vyoko. Okay, Belaf has also gotten sick. And he says like there's not much time. And here you go. He says, I know that kid will be our salvation. Now, if I remember properly, in episode 1 or 2, they explained how Wazukan is like a prophet kind of person who, it's not that he sees the future, whatever he says actually comes true in a weird way. And he himself doesn't know probably how that happens, but he's like, whatever he says, like a prophet. So he says, I know that kid will become our salvation. And yeah. Okay. After that, he gives a little speech to everyone and says like how Vyoko will help everyone out. Irmyu is a baby sister of those descendants. There's a hand that could save us, but if we do not reach out, we'll once again lose our place to belong. Okay, all that stuff. And they use, keep the egg to her. And I know that kid will be our salvation. That's what he said. And Vyoko says, it was the first time I had seen one close up the face of a divinely possessed prophet. And after that, the next day, we see Vyoko waking up, and Irumui is fine. She looks fine. She's happy. The egg has actually gotten inside and it's like merged with her, which I guess is an indication that her wish is coming true. And her hand is like that, but it has stopped. And for a moment I was like, okay, thank God, she's at least not feeling pain. She's at least, even though her hand has become like this, she's actually at least not, and she's comfortable. And everyone asks her what she wished for, and she doesn't remember. I actually thought here that maybe she asked for a wish where it was like, she's a child, she thinks in a simplistic way. So because she was getting so much hurt, I thought she was probably going to wish for something like, I hope the hurting stops, or something like that. So that's why I thought maybe because of that, the hurting, the pain actually stopped, but the way she was changing did not stop. The pain stopped, but she still continued to change. Her hands and everything still continued to escalate like that. I thought that was what was happening. Turns out that was not actually the wish. Her wish was actually a little bit different, which we get to know a little bit later. But okay, after that, oh God. After that, we see how Vyoko thinks like, I cannot die here because otherwise Irmyu would be left alone. And she goes back and sees she has actually changed. Her body is becoming more and more like a hollow. And oh God. And after that, I think the next day, we see Vyoko crying. They go and we see that Vyoko, oh God, this part is so yeah, a little creature, she was able to give birth to it. And as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, so that was the wish. And it was okay. Still, it was acceptable up until that point, yeah, she gave birth to something, What happened after that was so bad. The next day, the creature died. and it wasn't able to eat and to, like, do anything properly because of it lacked like an organs, I think. And it just died in his arms, in her arms. And oh my god, imagine, like this thing, imagine like someone who, who wanted a child, who did not have, like, had like this kind of a complex of never will be able to get a child, that thing, that kind of a situation, and her having a child, and the next day that child dies. Not only that, this continues happening day after day after day. That is so messed up. And yeah, like, and Virgo cannot do anything, she's just there. That is the wish. She wished for a child and she got that. But unfortunately, the wish didn't stop, because I feel like as soon as the child died, the wish granting egg or whatever, it again tried to forcefully, like, what do you call it, fulfill the wish again by giving her another child. And that child died again, and then again it, like, gave her another child, and it continued. So unless and until one of the child survives, I think this is going to continue. And the problem about this situation is the child will never survive because it lacks those organs and those things. So all that it could be able to do is at least like a maximum 1 day it will survive, and that is it. So basically we are stuck in a cycle. We're stuck in a cycle of the egg's wish granting, where it sees Virgo doesn't have Irumyuui doesn't have a child, gives her a child, the child dies, and it sees again that Irumyuui doesn't have a child, again gives her a child, and the child dies again. This is going to continue day after day after day. And imagine the, oh my god, the mental stress that someone has to go through by seeing this happening in front of her. Like she won't be able to stop crying. Like every day she's going to cry like that. Every day she's going to feel the same pain of losing her child. And this is so messed up. Like I feel like this is one of the most messed up sections of this show. Like, emotionally this is way more messed up than the whole bonder situation and everything else. Like this is bad. This is really messed up. Like this is like some new level they went. And not only that, obviously Irumyuui, Virgo herself is like, sick now. She, like, apologizes to Irumyuui because she thinks that she'll die and she'll leave her alone here. And she's like, Irumyuui is going to keep crying each and every day, and she kind of like, apologizes because thinks she's like going to be left behind after that. And after that, like, like she suddenly gets like a smell of like the burnt fat, and I was like, wow, something messed up is happening, and I don't think I want to know what's happening. I had a feeling it was probably something like that. As soon as, like, she said like it's like a smell of burnt fat, I knew what was coming. And yeah, like the Vazukyan starts feeding her, and like she in that situation she ate it, and she actually became healthy. She woke up, she goes outside, and she sees Vazukyan standing, and she says like it's hesitating. She's like what? And he says like, I gave everyone else some too. That's when it struck her. She realized what was happening. I told ya, didn't I, that Keith saved everyone. Now, like I said, I had a little bit of a confusion, not confusion, but a little bit of doubt here. I was like, the way they kind of showed this scene, I thought that they are talking about, for a moment, I thought they were talking about Irumyuui. I think like they killed Irumyuui at that moment, I thought, and used her and fed her to everyone. No, and I can understand now that's completely wrong. That's not what happened. Yeah, like there's also another thing that I said, like they're probably feeding them the children. And yeah, that's what's happening, like scratch out the section where I said it. There's two things like happening, which could happen here. Either the thing that they fed her is actually Irumyuui herself or her children. Scratch that out. It's not Irumyuui. I'm pretty confirmed now. It is children, because the way Vazukyan says here, like, didn't I say that child will be our salvation? Basically that. That's that's what he meant, like even we wished that, and she got her challenge. All the children are ending up dying by the next day, and basically Vasukian is using them to feed everyone else. And this is like in so many ways messed up, and I just cannot. And you know what the saddest part of this is? That by doing that, Vueko actually survived. If like this is the most difficult part, I feel like, because it's messed up what's happening, we know that, but at the same time we also know if Vasukian did not do this, Vueko would have probably died. Not only Vueko, everyone else would have probably died then and there. By actually doing this, yeah, it did save everyone. That's the most messed up part of this whole situation, because we know it's so messed up, but we also know if he did not do this, it would have been like, everyone would have died. So this is like a very bad type of a situation. It's like a dilemma. Like, what should we do? Either we die or we do this. And I don't know what, like, why did like that thing actually save them. I'm not quite sure about it. How did that like that, like, the oh god, I can't even, it feels so wrong to say it. How the that thing that he fed them, I don't know how that saved them from that. I don't know, because they were pretty sick, and after, like, consuming it, I think Vueko is fine now, everyone else is fine now. Why did that happen? That's the question I'm having. I'm guessing we're going to get to know in the future episode. Okay, like, it's like in so many ways this is wrong. And the sad part about this is, like, if Vasukian did not do that, everyone would have died. So nothing you can do about it. And I wonder how everyone's going to react to, Vueko is going to react to this in the next episode. We're going to probably see, and how this is going to escalate. And damn, oh my god, this episode was yeah, this was very dark emotionally. And I feel like this is like the one of the most messed up things that happened in this show up until now. So there you go, that was it. That was my reaction to Made in Abyss season 2 episode number 7. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Made in Abyss. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.